What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be making a guitar case out of some wood. The context is I have this electric guitar. It's a kit guitar that I made. I did the finish and everything. The electronics are kind of busted, but I'm going to fix that at some point. And I have a truckload of crappy pine wood that I'm going to make a case out of, and hopefully it's good. If it turns out well, the video will be posted. So out of this crappy wood pile, I've been able to pick out two straight and long enough pieces to run the side lengths of the guitar. So I think those will be the case's length sides. They are identical, although this one has some chipping and they're a little bit cracked, but we'll see how it works. They're long enough to go across the whole length of the guitar, and they're high enough to cover it. I was thinking with a lid that goes over, not flush, it should have plenty of space down there to put foam and whatever kind of padding I need to put. And for the ends, I was thinking I use 2x4s for the width. But yeah, it would just be like that. And then I would have one on the other side. Bada bing, bada bam. This 2x4 looks good. I think I'll use it, and then I will cut it to the width on both sides, so I'll have an identical board instead of two mixed matched ones. And then yeah, after I get the frame, then I will make a lid, and along with that I will make a bottom. So now that I have these two pieces cut, it's pretty simple. I'm just gonna mock up the box, and then on these boards I will need to cut it right there so I can have a better edge. And on this one, it's all chipped right there, so I'm gonna cut the other pieces of wood now. I finished cutting the wood, the two planks, but that really showed me on this one specifically, the quality of this wood I'm working with is not great. As I was cutting it, there's a little crack. It just got bigger and bigger. And same on this side. Right here, see, there's this crack. And basically what I'm gonna do to mitigate that is I'm gonna stick some wood glue in there and then clamp it off and wait a few hours. And this works out perfectly because my family and I are going to dinner in a bit, really soon actually. So I'm just gonna put some wood glue on there and clamp it, and then I'll come back in a few hours.
I might have a Coors Light. Oh,
good stuff right there. Okay, so the next course of action will be I'm just gonna pre-drill and screw the all the boards together. I'll just do it like this to go straight down, and yes. All right, so this is the moment of truth. Make sure it fits. Don't know why it wouldn't. That looks like it fits. Next course of action is to get some wood, panel one side, that is the back, and then I have to make a separate panel that's on its own. That can be the lid. It has to be structurally supported by itself. I'll get to it. Now I have a very low quality box. You can see air through it. I'm not even gonna cap. I'm not really in love with the quality, so I might do something, or I might not care. But the guitar fits. That's pretty cool. Let's try this out. That should work. I'll probably put it right where it is easiest to go. Then I can screw in the sides and it'll suck it in. Well, check that out. Now I got a board in the box. It does make it a lot more stiff. This is going to be the heaviest guitar case known to man. I'm gonna put wheels on it, like a suitcase, to make it less heavy. But it's gonna look cool, so that's all that matters. So it's the next day, same clothes. I am putting these are the 4 lid boards, clamping them together, and then I will saw them so I can make the lid. Now that all the boards are cut, I'm gonna fit them on the thing. Well, it's a box. The next thing in line for me to do is My plan to connect these all is this will be on the inside. I will put it like this, just on each end, and cut it so it's recessed, and it will help the box seal better when it opens and closes. All right, so this is one. The other one is not as nice, but I'm not too worried about it because it'll be on the inside of the case, likely covered with felt or whatever I use. So those will just go right there and there, and hopefully that works. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of the worst woodworking projects I've ever done. If you just watch that, I feel like there's so many better ways I could have done this, but I just feel like an idiot. But yeah, so I got the boards on the connecting boards gluing right now, and then all this is just weight to hold it down. And then after that, after they're actually together, I will screw them together. But man, dude, I feel so dumb right now. Alright, I'll come back when the glue is semi-dry. So, I was really not happy with that. I just didn't feel good about it. I let the glue dry for a while, but I'm coming back now. This is at an angle and stuff. So I got the tape measure, I measured that, and I got the staple gun, and I'm gonna actually give a crap a little bit, make this a little nicer. So I'm gonna actually measure, not just hold wood and guess. But yeah, we'll get to it.
Staple your toe. You got holes in your finger. That's fun, huh, Nora? She's totally watching intently. Should we go in the house now?
So I have a interesting styled lock, which I'm planning on using. My dad just pulled them out of the closet. Same with some old hinges. A little dusty, but they should get the job done. So I think I'll put the hinges on the inside. Now I will do the process of putting the hinges on. My plan for this is to just kind of put them on the inside, lay this whole thing up on the side, and then screw them in. We'll see how well that goes. I will time-lapse the process. All right, well, we got it boxed. Opens, closes. So this lock right here, I'll put it right there, and then I'm just gonna shave material down there so the bottom end of it can work. Well, take a look at that. Got the lock. Whee! All right, so I've got a belt sander handheld thing, and I'm just gonna go over it, everything kind of lightly, just to mitigate like splinter stuff, because I want to keep the rustic look, but I also want it to be usable and semi-safe. Well, hopefully my dad doesn't get mad at me. Box is looking nice though. Water break. Alrighty, she's all sanded down. Yeah, basically, I think I'm gonna give her a few coats of stain. Mission out gloss. The gloss, I'm not sure about that. I might just give it a coat or two of this. It's gonna get a lot darker, but it will be able to hold up longer, so that's cool. So it's the next day, and it's all dry, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hate it. Yeah, it's a little too dark. I'm gonna go over with this thing and see if that lightens it up at all. Just like try and get some of that original color back, because it's already revealing bits and parts of the grain. And yeah, but I also did kind of a crappy job. There's like, I don't know. So yeah, I'll just go over with this, try and make it look nicer and more to the look I was making an attempt to achieve. As you can see, I actually opted for like wet sanding it with that sponge thing, and I think the effect is probably achieved. I just wanted to cut out like the real glossy shiny bits, and it still has some of this gray, so I'm not sure if that's the actual color of the wood peeking through or the dust still, but I'm just gonna leave it. Honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. Like, its imperfections kind of make it perfect in a way, and that's an excuse for me to be lazy. The next steps I'm gonna take is I'm gonna go to Goodwill and try and find like suitcase to hijack its handle and wheels, potentially. Other than that, I also need to get some foam and some fabric to put inside the thing and upholster it up. So I got this suitcase. It's a pretty standard one, and I got it over others because it goes pretty flush, this wheel assembly thing. So I'm gonna take these wheels off its rivets. So don't know exactly how I'm gonna do that. Probably just get a punch and then hit it with a hammer. Hopefully it works. So I got the wheels, right? And one thing I didn't think about was, look at this. Got the little fender right there. Don't fit. It'll either go like that or that because the thing gets in the way. So I was thinking I could just put it right here and then get another piece of wood that goes across for the other wheel too. So it took me a while to figure this out, but basically I just put the pieces of wood like that. I stapled them in so they will be in place, and then I'll get the wheels and then screw them in through the wood. Well, it's all screwed in. I put some shims in here and stuff. I'm not entirely happy with it, but I think it's as good as it's gonna get right now for what I have. It looks really janky and stuff, and I'll go over with paint or something to try and remedy that. So for now, it works. Right now, I got this cardboard in here, and I'm just gonna trace it so I can get some foam and be able to cut it to the right size. So now I'm cutting out this template. This is the fabric I'm gonna be using. So I'm cutting this out so then I'll put it on the foam that I'm using, and I'll be able to transfer it over. So this is where I'm at right now. I mean, it fits, so that's cool. Freaking windy, man! And next, I have to figure out how to staple the fabric and upholster it or whatever. Get it in there and make it look nice. I got it all upholstered. This area is a bit of a mess, but I get this. It doesn't exactly close all the way. There's a little overlap, and I might put 2 more locks of some kind. She opens, and then it's That is nice. I like that a lot. I think I'm satisfied with that. I'm gonna color all those black, the staples. So I'm just gonna make little like sleeves, like a pocket on your pants. Right there, I'll make 2, probably a big one and a little one. So I put these 2 pockets in. This one, since this guitar has a Floyd Rose, I'll put like the Allen keys and stuff in there, and then strings fit in here, and probably have one of the little actual pick things, and I'll just staple that in there at some point. That doesn't really matter. For now, it's pretty much done by and large. I just got to add a few things. I'm gonna add a little rope, that kind of thing right there. to hold it open so the lid doesn't break off its hinges. Really make that sturdy. So the next step will be to attach the rope handles. What I'm gonna do is balance it, find the center of gravity, and then put the handle directly in the center of that so you're not carrying the guitar all out of balance. I have this book, and I see this is probably the best method to attach the rope. Just 2 brackets that'll go around the rope, and it'll tie knots at the end. Well, it works.
There's a hamburger in there, Brian.
Oh, cool, thank you. There's a hamburger. So the issue with all I gotta do on
Did you
this...
eat 1 or 2 more?
So this piece of wood split because even though I went and re-countersunk all the holes, I didn't countersink it enough. So I'll glue that overnight. All I'd have to do after that is do some touch-ups with the stain. Yeah, so it's been like a full year since the last installment on this video. Whoopsies. But the case is still just as strong. And as a matter of fact, I haven't really used it because I got a gig bag that's light and I've been using that instead. But like I said, the case is strong and it's sturdy, and the guitar fits nicely in there. If I need a very strong case, I have one. Just the issue is this one is so heavy. So I wouldn't recommend making a case out of thick wood like this. But if you do, it looks really cool. I think that's the main factor of this case. It looks really cool. And the project was fun. I had fun making it. And yeah. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more and stay pineapple-y.